Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bad Flick Show. I am your host, as always, Alex Shewmaker. Excited for this this episode. Today we're doing things, same routine. We got 5 clips for you, but I have we're revisiting 5 clips from this past year that I've had on the show. So some of my my favorites might be some of your least favorites. We will find out. But we're gonna revisit them. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, we're we are live on Facebook. Shirley Ward knows that. Was watching the new Tiger King. I've only seen season 1. I need to catch up, or do I? I don't know. People tell me I'm good with just the first. So, but yeah, but like that reminds me. Feel free to comment. Your comments are a part of the show. Always gives us a nice laugh and helps the show move along as well. And yeah, feel free to share on Facebook. I don't know if you can share on YouTube or Twitch. I don't know how it works, but share it. I don't know, maybe text message a friend or family member and tell them to hop in. That seems like a thing that could work. But anyways, regardless of that, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm very excited to finish out this year, our last Bad Flick Show, and we'll hop into another new and fun episode next month. I agree with Mike Rosa. Yeah, that was what we needed in 2020. But yeah, but perfect. Let's we're gonna hop right into the first clip here. I know a lot of people have seen the new Spider-Man, and it looks great. I still need to see it, but there's another Avenger that doesn't get a lot of play here, and I wanted to bring this clip back, to just remind people that there's other Avengers than Spider-Man, and you're going to see it here with the amazing Bulk.
Whoa, wait. It's not what it looks like.
Like I said, they always go back to the scene of the crime.
We're gonna have to take it down to the station.
I don't think that'd be a good idea.
You don't want to do that.
Marty the purple dinosaur!
Good thing I called for backup.
Backup? You're gonna need an army to take down that monster!
I need a better shot.
Closer? Get me out of your mind! I don't know what the hell that thing is down there, and I sure as hell don't want to find out!
I'm telling you, you need to get closer. I don't have a shot. This could be our big ticket to bigger, better things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll get a little closer. Just a little, though.
All right, you're not gonna regret this. I'm telling you, this could be our big shot. You know what I'm saying? A big payoff.
Not reloaded once.
Oh my god.
It's out of control. The first time watching that, I didn't realize it, but I did. The first time watching it, I did realize there was the bulk butt there, but it had tan lines, which I thought was very intriguing. I guess when you morph, the tan lines don't go away for sure.
That reminded me of the scene in SpongeBob where he's having the nightmare about the robots, and the guy's just running away at like a walking pace.
Mm-hmm. for sure. But much less quality. The quality a lot less.
Much less quality.
It's really odd how they're raising their hand, shooting, kind of like they're dusting for cobwebs. Like nobody shoots like trying to hit something. It was.
And the seemingly unnecessary heavy Chicago accent of the guy holding the 2008 Sony camcorder in the helicopter.
Right.
How do you like the fancy camera with the fake helicopter?
Right.
That was really...
This is our big chance, you guys.
Right.
Is this supposed to take place in the U.S.?
It's supposed to, yeah.
Then why were there so many British phone booths there?
There was a lot of Tardises, or is it Tardis? I don't know. I don't watch Doctor Who, but it did seem like there was an unnatural amount of them in this.
Right. Yeah, and this movie came out in 2012. So still, like, phone booths are pretty much gone at that point. But and
I
maybe
blame the Y2K crisis somehow for
right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Maybe the Amazing Bulk was like doing his job of like, oh, we got to get rid of these, and that's why we don't have as many phone booths as we used to.
So it was the Amazing Bulk with a B.
Bulk with a B, yeah, with a very hard B there.
Does Marvel not have lawyers like this?
Very
on the money.
We'll just make him purple and call him Bulk instead of Hulk. We're good. Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
Maybe they just thought it was a parody, and they're like, "We won't even try."
Right. Well, that reminds me. I know for years the World Wrestling Federation had to pay Marvel to use Hulk for Hulk Hogan, and that was like a big deal. It's like going into the 90s or whatever, and then they finally settled on some agreement. But yeah, you'd think that the Bulk would be. Let's take them out too. Oh boy. I agree with Matt Walker there.
and somehow the guy lost all of his tribal tattoos in the transformation.
Is that heavy purple? Yeah.
And he lost his pants. The whole always keeps his pants.
That's true. There was some poor production assistant that was in charge of cutting Bruce Banner's pants into perfect tattered edges.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just in the comments, Shirley pointed out that it was run, chase, shoot, kick over car, repeat. And Jenna called out that the car that smashed that lady was the same size as she was.
Yes.
She fell down.
Her sensible
her.
Ponytail would not save her.
Oh man. Well, perfect. Well, yeah, we're starting out right for sure. With again, if you're just now joining, we're doing some of my favorite clips from this past year from the Bad Flick Show. But we're going to move into our question of the week and get to know our guests a little bit more here with with that question of the week. What's fun about this week is we have some of our newer improvisers that are currently on our Improv Wednesdays, which starts back up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. You can see their lovely faces as well as my own tomorrow, which is going to be a lot of fun. If you're in the Sacramento area, come out to the Comedy Spot at 8 o'clock. But yeah, this week's question of the week is, in the last year, what was the worst movie you saw? It doesn't have to be a movie that was released in 2021, but a movie you saw in the past year that wasn't that great. Michelle, have you go first.
Great. Well, the worst movie I saw, at least in terms of what the critics told me to think about it, was the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, which I liked enough to see twice. But in terms of the actual worst movie I saw in 2021, it has to be Reminiscence, which was really an unfortunate reconnection of Hugh Jackman and Rebecca Ferguson. They could not reignite their chemistry from The Greatest Showman. It was a really terrible, terrible movie.
Gotcha. Quite a bummer. Andrew, what about you?
Probably the worst movie I saw this year was an unaired pilot for the TV show Bag Boy, starring Dr. Steve Brule, aka John C. Reilly.
Oh.
It's a sitcom that takes place in a grocery store. It's pretty funny, but you gotta like out of left field humor.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Makes comedy in a grocery store.
Yeah.
Krystle, what about you?
I was really looking forward to this movie. It had a lot of hype. It's called Don't Look Up, and it's number one on Netflix right now. It's got 4 Oscar winners: DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett. What's that girl that was in the Silver Linings Playbook? Jennifer Lawrence. And Meryl Streep. And it was the worst movie I've ever seen. It was 2+ hours of like snore fest, and the beginning and the end were both good. So it's like you can score 2 hours of it and still enjoy like 10 minutes of it.
Bummer. Yeah. I was meaning to check that out. And yeah, like I saw the runtime. I was like, this has to be a different time. It was very late at night, but maybe I'll skip it. Maybe after that recommendation, I will.
Maybe you'll love it now that I dehyped it.
Yeah, you
right.
set expectations.
Perfect. Well, yeah, all solid answers there. All very different answers as well, which is great. But we'll keep it moving, getting back to the clips here. If I could remember what I picked for the second clip, that would be great. Oh, yes, that's right. We've had a lot of fight scenes on the Bad Flick Show. This was one of my favorite from this past year. A clip that shows the male protagonists sometimes just can't fight, and you need a strong female lead to cover up for it. So this is a clip from Lovely But Deadly.
What's the offer that burnout kid was talking about?
Some spending money in return for closed my eyes from the drug situation.
You did the right thing.
I hope so. Manus Managian, one of the biggest dealers in school, has got girlfriends exchanging sexual favors for some good highs.
Oh boy.
Have you ever done drugs?
I sure did. Believe me, I got the scars to prove it. Uh-oh, that looks like trouble. Come on. There's a door back there. Come on. Take that side. Damn it! It's locked. We're trapped. Hey, I didn't know you could fight like that.
You know what? I've always wondered what the point of Culottes is, and now I know, because now you can fight in them.
Right.
Yeah, don't do drugs and don't exchange sexual favors for drugs.
Right.
Like Sarah says.
Yeah.
With her 50-yard stare.
Right.
Yeah.
That was I mean, I'm used to hearing, she's turning tricks for some smack, not sexual favors and drugs, kids. It was a little too above board for a movie to me.
Right.
A little on the nose.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and then that guy was like, "Oh yeah, I've done my share of drugs." Like, "Oh no, I don't think that's the case at all." Like,
no, like actually my share, like whatever an equal portion was, that's what I did, and that's it.
right. Yeah,
I did a drug once. It was like
one time.
I definitely don't sound like a narc at all.
I've done my fair share of drugs, and I've got the scars to prove it.
Right. What do you got?
Says the guy with the Western shirt with the mother of pearl little buttons and the whole thing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that was really focused on the fashion during that clip, because I'm like, that's kind of coming back into style, isn't it? All of that.
And as are rogue fencers, roaming hallways of your local junior high.
Yeah, and it was like halfway into the clip, like they had the mask on, and then they're like, whatever. Like at this point, I don't know. Like this is a distraction. I need to,
Yeah, is it to protect their face or to disguise themselves? It's just not clear.
Right. Oh boy.
In a pinch, it makes a good weapon, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, her Shelley Duvall haircut from The Shining really brought the heat in this one.
In the comments, Sarah says she came here to do some drugs and kick some ass. Looks like they're all out of drugs.
Hey.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, but she picked up the sweep the leg move from the Karate Kid, which I'm guessing kind of was analogous time-wise. So
right. Yeah, and it's that tail end of like she's like ready to go again, has that pose, and it's like we're out. There's three of us, but we can't handle it.
Also, where was everybody else in that school? Like, was it just the five of them?
Very private school. Yeah.
And her jazz dance maneuvers on the lab tables. There was a lot. There was lots to unpack there.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we'll keep it moving here with our next clip. This movie, oh man, I really enjoy. I've used multiple clips from this movie for the Bad Flick Show, as well as the in-person show, Trash Movie Improv. So it's one of my favorites. And it's really, I find it to be, a lot of people, they debate over what's Paul Walker's best role. A lot of people say Fast 5 or Fast 6. But no, it's this movie. This is the trailer for Tammy and the T-Rex.
Everything in Tammy's life is just great. But when you're young and in love, life can get very complicated. Especially when it involves an insanely jealous creep.
That's my lady, all right?
Late night phone calls.
I want you to come over.
Yes!
Sneaking around in your own house.
Did you lock the door?
Don't worry.
Your boyfriend getting dumped in a wild animal park. And a crazy doctor.
Well, that's it.
Who turns out to be a mad scientist.
And if you're going to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs, right?
With an insane invention that only needs a brain. But this Tyrannosaurus Rex just wants to be a party animal. Even when you tell the truth, nobody believes it anymore.
It was a dinosaur.
What?
It's more than a machine with a brain. I mean, it is a machine with feelings. We are on the brink of something special. We are going to be immortalized.
Is that really you in there? Oh, Michael, what have they done to you?
You
poor thing. You're going crazy. Byron, I am not going crazy. This is just a little hard to explain.
That's my dinosaur! We found the dinosaur, Sheriff. It's in a truck being driven by your son.
Byron?
Yes, sir. See, a couple of folks back in the hospital, they say he stole it.
Stole what?
The dinosaur.
Oh, Jesus.
That is my dinosaur that you are threatening. I made him and he is mine.
What are we gonna do?
I will give you immortality.
Not if Tammy has anything to say about it. Tammy and the T-Rex.
Wow. I thought being married to
already
Charlie
it's
Sheen
better than Don't Look Up.
was Denise Richardson's low point in life, but I was wrong.
Sure. Yeah, that movie.
I love the doctor.
Oh, go ahead, Andrew. Sorry.
I love the doctor who just goes, "Live." Well, I've done all I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double fisted chest punch to revive the guy on the gurney is just it's classic medical school right there. It's just the training everybody gets.
Somebody commented this is the first one they'd actually consider watching. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like it actually looks entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure I brought it up before when we've done clips from this movie, but like originally it was shot to be like an R-rated movie, like very violent and stuff like that. And then like the movie production house was like, no, you need to like make this a PG movie. So that was like the PG trailer, but they've like since like in the last 5-10 years have like released the like R-rated version. So it's very, very different.
Does it
very
get
clean.
sexy also?
Not just it leans in on the violence, but
That looked like Jurassic Park meets Eastbound and Down. Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
Who of us in the 80s didn't trick our boyfriends into getting thrown into a wild animal park in the dead of night?
So, yeah, a dime a dozen for sure.
I mean, if I had $1.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, and I've noticed a lot of like these like bad clips. It's like there's a main fad going on. So I'm sure like Jurassic Park came out and they're like, okay, how can we make more money off the same like dinosaur idea? And it's like, what if, okay, it's a romantic relationship with a teenager and we do a brain transplant on a dinosaur and that's what'll get them get them in the theaters.
By the way, I am 98% certain that the dinosaur that they used in that I own and is in my toy closet right now. I'm pretty sure I bought that for kids in the early 2000s. And it was battery operated, and you can tell because its little hands don't move. It's just like fixed in the same exact position always. So maybe at the end I'll go grab it and we can have a good laugh over that.
Go in, contrasting and compare there. Oh man. Just wild. Yeah. But again, one of my favorite bad movies. They're Tammy and the T-Rex. But we'll keep moving with our next clip. If you're just joining us, we're doing my favorite clips from this past year here on the Bad Flick Show. This next clip, it really goes to show you how difficult it is to do a super trace. Is it a real thing? Is it not a real thing? I don't know. You'll find out with the with this classic Terror in Beverly Hills. Oh no!
Tony Moda. Hello, TV station. Yes, it is.
Okay, this is a message from President's daughter. Are you ready?
Hold on. Get this on tape. Go ahead.
Okay.
We will release the President's daughter after the President of the United States has ordered the Israelis to release 55 of our...
Lieutenant Leonard here.
Get a trace on the location of the call, Lenny.
We'll put a trace on.
Harder.
A super trace.
Give me that damn phone. Get a fucking super trace. Got it? Good. Damn it, Lenny. know I'm gonna lose my pension. I knew something like this would happen.
Well, Captain, the president's daughter wasn't on the line long enough for us to get a good trace or pinpoint the exact location.
Well, what about a general location?
Somewhere near the ocean.
They're now showing you a tape of the actual kidnapping of the president's daughter by her Middle East captors.
Damn security camera. Why we didn't kill it before?
I don't know, Abdul.
Yes, I'm watching the goddamn news. What are you watching, a porno movie?
White House Press Secretary George McKim said
He didn't wait for the answer.
Right. The president has already called a meeting of his security people to take the necessary steps to rescue his daughter Margaret. End of quote. The president's daughter is being held hostage by a group of Middle East terrorists. Press Secretary McCann continued by saying, "The president will call in the military if necessary." The entire nation is left in suspense over the safety of the president's daughter, Margaret.
Damn it.
In the meantime...
Just doing the whole news story there. Oh, boy.
Okay, so how much did they have to pay Diet Pepsi for that product placement?
Right. Yeah, just hold it on there. We're going to get our budget back here. This is... Yeah. And it's the guy on the phone or whatever that was holding the recorder to it, that is Sylvester Stallone's brother, Frank Stallone there. And
There's always a Stallone. There's always a Stallone in these movies.
I mean, that's how I answer the phone all the time. It's like, yeah, I'm watching the news. What are you watching, a fucking porno?
Right.
That's how I answer all my phone calls.
Which is really tough because I have really important things to tell you, Andrew, and you just tell me that. I never get
I
past.
never wait for him because I always think you're watching porno while I'm watching the news.
But who calls people when they're watching porn? Like, not me.
So was that supposed to be like a task force to get the president's daughter back? They look like they're at a summer camp. It's like they're in a really odd building with a weird like background. It looks like they're ready to like start singing to their campers. It doesn't look like an actual task force.
Oh man, yeah.
And what is involved in this super trace?
Right. And yeah, no like way to respond. Like oh, get a trace. No, get a super trace. Like oh, like no even time to acknowledge. Like yes, that is what I'm trying to do. It's the chief is already upset. Right.
Enhance. Super trace.
And that has to be some sort of Lovett's brother, right? The guy in the beginning.
Oh yeah. So, exactly, something in that wheelhouse. Yeah. That family tree.
Yeah, there's Lovett's, there's Stallone's, there's everything that makes this level of filmmaking delightful.
Mm-hmm. When the stars align for just the right bad flick there.
Yeah, when your M-list celebrities are all fully in a group with each other, this is when magic happens.
Oh man, yeah, and yeah, you brought it up earlier, but like, if that's the team that's going to save the president's daughter, like, it's not looking good. Like, call in the military. Like, it's.
Yeah.
And was that like a Liberty House? Like, where was she even shopping? I mean, there was just like literally a couple of racks of like clothing. Like, it just seemed the whole thing seemed dubious.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was like a Monty Python, and now for something completely different.
Right.
They were going to come in with a giant burlap sack and put it over her head and drag her out.
With the Benny Hill song in the background.
Yeah.
Right. Dana, if you could run it back, I think this is like a really good specifically that clip when the president's daughter is getting kidnapped. There's like this spot where it looked like a guy gets shot and he's like moving in slow-mo when he gets shot, but like everyone else is going at normal speed. It's kind of impressive here. Yeah, right here. So, but then they're all
Oh my God, they're all dressed like Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah.
Also, where's the Secret Service?
Seriously. Yeah.
It's a secret.
There you go. Good point.
It's right in the name.
Oh man, yeah, just fantastic there. We'll go to our last clip here. I think this is my favorite clip of the last year. It could be debatable, but I'm going to call it and say this is my favorite clip. It's a very intense fight scene between a man and a monster, and I am a big fan of the hip hop group the WuTang Clan, and I've listened to a lot of their songs, and they don't mention anything from this movie, which is surprising. I think that's an untapped resource there. This is a clip from the movie Drunken WuTang.
Hey, sharp bamboo. No problem. This test's easy. Wow, the watermelon monster. Wow, I hadn't bargained on that. You look pretty lethal. What? You want to fight? Come on, man. Come on, come and get me. Come on. What? Hey, I'm over here. Come on. Come and get me. Come on, I'm here. Oh. That's the incense burner you landed in. You're gonna melt. Serves you right, monster. Now go on your way, on a spin. Go, go.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I feel like I
this movie
just
was
took
clearly
drugs
the
I got from
inspiration
sexual
behind
favors.
Ms. Pac-Man.
Yeah, right. That is exactly the case there. It's very like, I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of Pokemon, but the watermelon monster is one that I haven't seen yet.
This was clearly the inspiration behind Ms. Pac-Man.
Right, right, for sure.
Especially the butt biting part. Like, that's totally her jam.
Totally that.
Yeah. We lost Krystle.
Yeah.
She's jumping back in. Maybe just some video issues or something like that. But yeah, and then just at the ready having sausages. I think there was a carrot, like ready to.
That was a big carrot too.
For sure.
This is why you should always bring produce to a knife fight. Or
right.
I forget what the line is from the movie.
Sure.
I did appreciate his strategy of hiding behind the lone object in the room, which was, fractional to either of their sizes.
Yeah. And then kind of like egging on the monster as well. Like, it has giant teeth. You don't know what this monster's capable of, for sure.
Well, that guy had the bangs of invincibility, though, so I think that's where he really felt he had the upper hand until he didn't.
Yeah.
Right.
He bit an ear of corn clean in half, but all the watermelon monster could do was just shred his clothes a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. just gnarly. Yeah, and then so I know somebody in the comments had brought it up, but like he has like the antennas, which like were maybe like nipple clamps or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the watermelon monster. Oh yeah, Krystle's back. But yeah, was just going right for the nipples. Yeah, with those antennas. That was interesting move.
I missed a lot because I didn't see anything about nipples. My computer decided to restart, and last thing I saw was munching on his hiney. So
yes, yeah.
Wow.
I think you got the gist of it.
Yeah.
It's snapping all those objects in his groin region were very suggestive.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Just out of control. Yeah.
Did anybody else think it looked like that sand monster from Beetlejuice? Like the head of it?
I could see that. Yeah, a little bit. They just repainted it for the movie. Like, all right, yeah. This works. This is what we have.
And somehow it has legs. Like rolling wouldn't be more efficient. It's just a lot of.
I thought I saw it rolling in the clip.
Yeah, it is, but it's still, yeah, exactly. Like maybe like the last like tail end of its evolution or whatever. It's like, well, I still have legs I gotta deal with.
Oh, I missed a food processor. Oh, so much.
Oh boy, just wild stuff there. Well, yeah, that is our last tip. But before we go, I always like to touch base back with the comedian panel and see what they learned there. What on these clips that may have revisited from before. How's that going to affect them? What are they going to take from watching these clips and take on life's journey? So we'll start. Michelle, what did you learn about your time here on the Bad Flick Show?
Well, I'm learning about the real world impact of poor life choices.
Yeah.
Sort of all the way around.
Sure.
Don't marry Charlie Sheen is
Good
one
call.
of them. Have a budget for more than one special effect from the first movie. Just make sure that you have all of the ancillary Lovitz and Stallone's family members on speed dial before you go into production with your next film.
Absolutely. All very good points. All good things to take away there. Andrew, what about you?
I learned that you shouldn't trade drugs for sexual favors.
Good call.
And you always need to be on the good side of the fencing club. That seems like an important one.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to start carrying around vegetables for self-defense.
That's really a good point.
Mm-hmm. You never know. Fantastic. Krystle, what about you? What did you learn about your time here on the Bad Flick Show?
I learned if you're ever in a gunfight, always shoot up aimlessly into the sky.
Yes.
Also, perform sexual favors for drugs.
Oh.
But only your fair share.
Right.
Just one drug.
Your fair share of drugs or favors?
Right. Ooh.
Why not both?
Right.
And then if you get an alert to start your computer, don't put it off. Do it right away.
Oh, very good. That,
It
some
comes
good
back
advice.
at the worst time.
Oh, well, perfect. Well, yeah, Michelle, Andrew, Krystle, you guys have been great. Dana.
So, Alex, I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Since this is the last show of the year, should we show them our bonus Turkish Jay Leno clip?
Absolutely. It's the holiday season. I mean, I know we're just past Christmas, but we need to give the gift of Turkish Jay Leno. Absolutely.
Here we go.
Yakışıklı erkekler de geliyor. Güzel. İlk önce siz vurdunuz. Prensibimdir. Bana vurmayana vurmam. Şimdi size bir iyilik yapacağım. Hadi şöyle durun bakayım, şimdi katır tekmesini yiyeceksiniz.
All time great there. It's been a while since we played that. I feel like maybe like Brian went in post and like made the shotgun noises just a little bit louder than they normally were. I don't know, which is a good call. It's a great move by him.
Clearly, this is literally somehow the integration of all three Stooges in style.
Absolutely.
I'm sure somebody's mentioned it before, but the setup at the end for that kick, and you're waiting for it, and then he blows. It's just like the cherry on top of the clip. Yeah,
that is a chef's kiss moment right there.
Right.
That is all you can ask for.
Oh, fantastic!
That is obviously not like actually Jay Leno, right? Like
no, it was one of like the first clips we did for the Bad Flick Show, and we really just kind of got obsessed with it, and he just had that like Turkish Jay Leno look to him. So we couldn't stop. We couldn't get enough of it for sure.
No, and the shirtless fighters. I mean, obviously a dime a dozen.
Yes, yeah.
You could set that entire clip to like classical music, and it would look like a ballet, like the way they twirl in sync and twirl the other way together. It's just we should do that.
It is. It is a beautiful dance that they're doing.
It's like poetry, but worse.
That's what I'm going to answer when somebody calls and asks me if I'm watching porno.
Right. What's the difference? No.
Might as well be.
Well, perfect. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for watching this past year. Very excited to continue the Bad Flick Show into next year. We're going to have more bad clips because apparently they're still making bad movies. Michelle, Andrew, Krystle, thanks for doing the show. You all were great. And again, as I mentioned before in the show, if you're in the Sacramento area, check out Improv Wednesdays tomorrow night. We're all performing, and it's going to be a good time. So, tomorrow, Sacramento Comedy Spot, 8 o'clock. We'll see you there. And, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
We'll see you.